Our next guest is a restaurant owner here in New York, and he wants a surcharge added to customers' bills. He says they're getting killed by the rising minimum wage. John Bluestein is here. He's the CEO of the Heartland Brewery. John, welcome to the program.
Thanks so much for the invitation.
Did you close 2 restaurants because of the rising minimum wage?
Well, the way it works, let me just explain this surcharge thing.
Yeah, sure.
Because it's not me, it's the entire restaurant community that I'm basically representing. And what's happened is a bomb fell on this city in 2015 because the state imposed 6 minimum wage increases in a 3-year period. We can't absorb that. The rest of the state gets like 7 years for that. So we're trying to get this surcharge. And what the surcharge is, actually, to clarify to the public that may not understand it, it's a small percentage at the bottom of the sales check that's completely transparent, completely disclosed. It's on the menu box outside the restaurant and is on the menus. So this small percentage will help us prevent rising prices for the menus.
Do you have to ask permission from some city authority to do that, to impose the surcharge?
Yeah, here's the problem. For 2.5 years, we've been trying to get that, and we should not need permission from our local government.
Absolutely.
Because everyone else in America, including New York State, allows the surcharge.
Absolutely.
It's New York City, and they don't even have a position about why they don't want to do it.
Well, that's ridiculous. It is your company, it's your capital, it's your risk. You should be able to run that restaurant the way you see fit.
It's worse than that. They've taken control of our payroll. In the restaurant business, we have a lot of employees. Our biggest controllable expense has been payroll, and now it's not. So we've had to do a lot. What we've had to do is address the payroll, which is bad for the city, and it's bad for employment, and it's bad for labor. We cut jobs across the board. We cut hours. We simplified our menu to make it easier to prepare, so we laid off guys in the kitchen, which who wants to do that? And we can only raise menu prices so much. I think that Albany thinks, because it's New York City, in 3 years, we can just raise menu prices as high as we want. It doesn't work.
They think you're rich, they're poor, therefore take it off you and give it to them.
Yeah.
That's what they think.
Right.
That is what they
Right.
think.
And
you look like you're fit to be tied about this.
Look,
you're really angry.
Look, I'm taking it personally now because our organizations that represent us have not made as much headway with the city. I mean, it's not working. It's not working. I put up a 6'7" sign because I wanted the mayor, who's 6'7", to read it because he hasn't been paying attention to the 8.5 by 11 letters I've been sending the guy.
What's your next step?
The next step, I think, is to go to the city council, because I think the city council has a lot of people who understand this. It's not such a complicated issue to understand. We don't understand why they just haven't said, okay, go ahead. It's good for you. It's good for the city. It's good for labor.
And it's your business.
Of course.
Come on, this
of course.
is America.
And also, none of the guys on this letter are building any new restaurants now. They're not developing because they're not going to do well, and there are no investors that want to invest in restaurants in New York right
John,
now.
please come back when I've got a little bit more time, because we're very interested in this, and we feel your pain, as one might be saying. John Bluestein, everyone, Heartland Brewery. Thanks for joining us, sir.
Thanks.
We're obliged to you, man.
Happy to come back.
Yes, sir.